Here we have a verify example. We're going to verify that cotangent plus tangent equals 2 cosecant 2 theta. Now, normally I would want to start with the side that has like 2 theta in it because I could apply a double angle identity. But in this case, I want to start with the left because I have a sum and I want to bring this together into one thing using common denominator. So I'm going to start with my quotient identities. Tangent is sine over cosine, classic. Cotangent is cosine over sine, also very classic. I'm going to fill those in. Then I'm going to find a common denom. Then I'm going to use this Pythagorean identity over here. Then we're going to multiply on top and bottom by 2 and work backwards, double angle of sine into cosecant 2 theta. Let's get started. Here we'll have cosine theta over sine theta. That came from exactly where I just showed you. Sine theta over cosine theta equals, you write the same thing every step of the way. Make sure your 2's do not become exponents. Now, we need a common denominator. I'm going to multiply that on top and bottom. I'm going to multiply this on top and bottom. But actually, what I'm going to do, just so I could kind of keep some order happening here. Just going to make some space. I'm going to put my equal sign there. And I'm actually going to move that one over a smidge as well. Okay. I swear there's a... Why am I putting that as an equal sign? There should be a plus sign, yeah? Yeah. How much space do I need? Actually, I'll put it right in the middle. Yeah, I could leave that. I'm not thinking it all the way through, but I think I know what I'm doing now. All right, I need my common denominator. I'm going to multiply this guy on top and bottom, and I'm going to multiply this on top and bottom. This has sine, this is cosine. They each need what the other has to get my least common denominator. We're going to multiply this on top and bottom by cosine because that's like multiplying by 1. And we're going to multiply this on top and bottom by sine. Again, because it's the same as multiplying by 1, the multiplicative identity. Next step. This will become cosine squared theta over sine theta cosine theta. Plus, this will become sine squared theta over sine theta cosine theta. Still equals 2 cosecant 2 theta. Now, they have a common denom, which is sine theta cosine theta. On top, I have cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. I just showed you at the beginning of this video that we're going to use that Pythagorean identity. It's written the other way. Addition is commutative. It's all good. Doesn't matter. So the next step, you might want to write it separately. This over here is equal to 1. So 1 over sine theta cosine theta. And it's allegedly still going to have to be equal to this over here. What do we got to do next? Well, cosecant 2 theta is the same as 1 over sine 2 theta. And sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cosine theta. What does that mean? I need a 2 down here. I can't just multiply the bottom by 2. Who do I think I am? That means I got to multiply on top by 2. So now on bottom, what do I got down there? 2 sine theta cosine theta. Well, I have 2 over sine 2 theta. I will slide the paper up for you. Actually, I think it's good. Like you should be able to see kind of, right? 2 sine theta, and that equals 2 cosecant 2 theta. Now, I'm running out of room. So I'm going to draw a little star down here. And I'm going to draw a star, and we're going to continue here, okay? So my last step was 2 over sine 2 theta equals 2 cosecant 2 theta. Next step, well, sine on bottom, like I showed you at the beginning, sine on bottom is the same as a cosecant on top. So if you want a little insurance policy here, you can move that 2 over and put it in front, 2 or 2 over 1. And you could kind of look at this maybe more like sine 2 theta, if that helps you in a separate step. But it really isn't necessary, but I do know some of you do like to break it apart, okay? So that 2 is going to stay there. 1 over sine 2 theta is cosecant 2 theta equals 2 cosecant 2 theta. Guess what? They're equal. Guess what? We verified it. We showed all of our work and we're the best. If you got it, give yourself a high five, put a thumbs up. If you did not get it and you still don't understand, put a thumbs down and we'll do our best to resolve that issue. Okay? And that is the end of this example. So I hope you took the time to watch the other examples. I have a ton of these videos. I'll link them all in the description box underneath here. So if you wanted to go back through, You'd be surprised if you watch it even in double speed. I know I talk fast in some of them. Just to reinforce it into your head now that you've written it and watched, and just really make sure you really understand it. All right. Have an awesome day.